Hey guys, welcome back to Michaela's Diaries. Today we're going to be talking about navigating life after getting married. Let's get into it. So I have written down a list of things that has actually helped me. I am newly married. I've been married for just like 6 months, so I'm not trying to act like I'm an expert or anything. But I did realize that there wasn't really much information out there, like when it comes to like just being freshly married. And I just want to like point out the things that has genuinely helped me into the transitioning of being a wife. I would say that the first thing for me is definitely just like one thing that you should definitely do is just breathe in and breathe out. Take it slow. You've just gotten married. You've maybe just went on your honeymoon. Just take it easy, honestly. I think it's very easy to want to fall back into like some kind of like routine, especially when things are kind of disorientated. I personally haven't lived outside of my home. I've always been with my parents and with my family home. And we never like, I never moved away for uni. I never moved anywhere. So this was definitely a lot of adjusting to do. And honestly, I have such an incredible husband that made it very easy. But one thing I can definitely say is just take your time, breathe. You've only just don't expect to just jump into this new life and just have things all ready here and there. Like, it's okay to take your time. It's okay to have a day or two or even a week just to be like, right, okay, what's the next steps? How do I navigate this new life of mine? So that's something that I would definitely suggest to do. Secondly, I would say that it's so important to create, like, once you've went through your resting season, definitely create a routine that you can adjust to. Not just you, but you and your husband can adjust to. I think that's something that you continuously learn. I don't think it's something that you would just get the first week. I think there are things that maybe you're used to doing that they might not be used to doing, and vice versa. And it's kind of just adjusting with each other so that there's like, I guess, less conflict, and also like understanding that you're both coming from two different worlds, two different experiences of life, and you're both coming into this one home together. So it's so important, I would say, to even communicate expectations as well in within adjusting to a routine. The third one for me, I feel like this one is a bit deeper, and that's just really because after my wedding, although like everything went so like well, like honestly, if I look back to it, even sometimes when I do look back to it, I'm like, wow, like that was such a, like, there were so many amazing highlights, but I feel like I did come away from it with like resentment towards particular people, etc. And I'm just like, why do I have this? Like, why do I feel this way towards this person or these people? And honestly, the Lord was like, I got you, girl. And one thing I noticed was like, that was just like the enemy trying to steal away my joy. And I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So I guess that kind of goes into the next thing, which I would definitely say is keeping prayed up. Prayer does not stop now that your wedding is over. Like, and this is, hey, you need to be praying. And I think one thing that that's really helped me recently is worship. Not just praying, but actually just singing praises to the Lord, because there's so much power in just thanking and praising him for everything. And honestly, that has molded my heart. Any way I felt towards anyone has literally molded my heart, and I'm like, oh, I actually don't feel this way towards this person anymore. But yeah, like, not everyone's situation is going to be the same. You probably won't have had any disagreements with anyone during the season of your wedding, which, praise God, thank God for that. But like, honestly, sometimes, yeah, I was feeling like, oh, was that necessary? But yeah, worship and reading the word, etc., just helped me. Like, my heart is so light now, and oh, it feels so good to just be like in a place of so much like peace and love. I think it's really important in this, like, we're transitioning to ask questions. Ask questions to people that are married, ask questions to people that are newly married. And I think, people might not always have you might not always have the privilege of having people around you who are married or newly married. But one thing I would say is, like, YouTube is there. You know, you can buy, I'm not really a fan of buying books for relationship stuff, because I feel like relationships should really be dealt with like as you're in the relationship, and maybe seek advice here and there. But I just feel like reading a book is not gonna like solve your relationship problems. That's just me personally just saying. Kind of like reading a book is not gonna make you rich. Like reading Rich Dad Poor Dad is not gonna make you rich. Do you get what I mean? Because I just feel like there's way more to it, and I feel like people think that they're doing something by reading the book, but really you've read the book and you've kept it aside, and now you want to buy another book, but you're not actually working on making money. You're not actually working on, you know, building your relationship or your friendships or whatever it is. So for me, not really a fan of books, but the internet is out there, you know, ChatGTP is out there. But yeah, asking questions is always a good thing, because honestly, the way that you may be feeling may be completely and totally normal, and you just are like overthinking the process. So the next point would be having a life outside your partner. Girl, your hobbies, going out with your friends. And I think that that's something that came really, really natural for me and Daniel. I don't think that like it was a thing that we really had to talk about, I guess. Like, oh, like, you know, I don't think we did. But yeah, having a life outside your partner, very, very important. And a way in which you can also have a life besides going out with your friends and like, you know, just being your amazing self. I would definitely say like setting like personal goals is a very, very good way of having a life outside your partner. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, so in terms of goals itself, and having goals for the year, I would say anything from 3 months, 6 months, even 2 weeks from now could be a goal. I think for me, it's just one of my goals is becoming a big strong girl, of course, period. So I've been like trying to like basically gain more muscle, so in the gym. My other goal as well is starting my business up again, which, oh lord help me, honestly. And another goal as well was just being more consistent when it comes to content creation, which I feel like I am doing a lot more of now, but not just posting aimlessly, but like just being a bit more intentional with what I do post, yeah, and how I separate things as well. But yeah, having goals, that's an example for you. There are small goals, bigger goals. It's very, very good in terms of navigating this season. And just remember that you're not alone. You literally have your partner there who is literally going through the exact same thing that you are going through. So yeah, I mean, just speak to them about it. They can speak to you about it. You can kind of confide in each other, because you're in this together. Like, you're literally like an inbuilt team, which is something that I feel like is such a blessing. And honestly, I love my husband. I love him so much. But like, yeah, anyways, those are the things that have actually genuinely like helped me in this like season. But yeah, if you have any questions at all, any comments at all, make sure to like, comment and subscribe, of course. And you can leave any questions you have in the comment section below, and if not, thank you anyways for, if you stayed this long, thank you so much. And I've noticed that a few people are viewing my stuff and you're not even liking. You don't even have to comment, just like it so that I can get somewhere. Please don't just watch you like my videos but you're not liking. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed week, and see you next week for another video. Bye.